Alright, Timothy, this is the bullet seating part of loading the 223 round. I'm using Lee equipment. We've already gone across this right here. What we need now would be, and you can do without this right here, but I like it in this process right here. This is the indexing tool. It has a little hole straight behind the round on the die that you just drop it into. And then we need our turret with all the dies already set. Now we'll be using the bullet seating die and the neck crimp die right here. That's all we'll need right here. Lee has, if you were doing this individually and you had your powder scale set up, you would just use your turret. You'd go through this if you already had clean brass. You'd use this and to recrimp your, to resize your case, and then prime it. Then it would rotate to this station right here, and then it would rotate. This right here would seat the bullet, and then this one right here squeezes the neck. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to set these grooves right here inside the top of the turret, the neck of the turret, and I'll need to spin this indexing tool to where it fits. Now I've got it set. Like I said, I'm only going to use this bullet seating die and this neck crimp die right here. I will also need this number 4 shell holder right here, and you just slide it right onto the top of the ram right here. And if you notice, when you cycle it, it will rotate the turret around. Once it's down, you can spin it manually right here. So what I'm going to do, each one of these cases have been filled with 22.6 grains of Hogden H322 powder. It's very consistent. That's a good load right there. It flattens the primer out without causing the firing pin to be have a crater around it. So it tells you I'm at the right pressure. I'm at the maximum pressure. Once you start cratering that firing pin, you've exceeded the pressure. You could rupture, the firing pin could rupture the primer. So that's why I have backed it down from maximum load of 23 grains to 22.6. Alright, now all I'm going to do, I've already got each one of these cases trimmed, sized, powders loaded, primed, and all you do now is to stick it into the shell holder on top of the round, take the bullet, flat base down on top of the case, and then I'm going to run it up into the seating die until it bottoms out. You can pull it out right here to check, make sure it lines up with the top of the channel lures like it does. And I'm going to bring it all the way back down. I want it to index around. I want to squeeze the neck of the case against the bullet. Each one of these are going to be very consistent. Now I'm just loading these right here as fodder. I'm going to be using these on my slide fire and just close range target. I would be using different style bullets right there if I was doing target shooting anyhow. But these bullets will be very consistent. So now we have a loaded round ready to be fired. It's clean. It's the neck is squeezed tight to the bullet, and it's even with the channel lure. So I'm going to set it over here into that case. I'll do another one. I will take a charged case. I'm going to rotate this turret one more time to the seating die, place a bullet on here, seat it, go down, come back up, and now it's good to go on that bullet now. Easy process. But once you start from an empty case to this process, there is a lot of time involved here. Especially if you're using it as a single stage press like I'm doing. Put another empty case. I've already turned the turret around to this die here, the bullet seating die. I'll go up again, come down, it will index right here, come back up, squeeze the neck, and have another loaded round. And that's all there is to it, son. Always be safe when you go out there. Don't invent loads, okay? what you need, there are people who have done this way longer than I have, and they're a lot smarter than I am. They're a lot smarter than you are too. There are existing load data that's out there. There is a lot in this book right here. Hogden has some great material. Most all the powder manufacturers have good loading data already. So don't invent a load. You can tweak them, but I always recommend tweaking them down. You can check the pressure at the end of the right here after it's fired. You can always tell by the primer whether it's too much or too little. So be safe at reloading, be very consistent, and you'll outshoot most factory ammo. Use quality bullets. These are just like Full Metal Jackets. These are not like target loads or anything like that. They're just cheap fodder. I bought 2,000 rounds of it, so great shooting for up close range. Great shooting from that Slayer Fire stock. It eats up about 800 rounds a minute. So anyhow, don't invent loads. Just reduce them until you know that your particular gun handles them well and shoots them accurately. You want to get them as close to the maximum loads because it always seems to be a little bit more accurate, but never exceed those maximum charge recommendations. Alright, son, I'll be talking to you later. I'm going to do some pistol stuff too because it's a different die setup and all. Mine mainly use 3 and 4 die setups and stuff like that, and I usually do them as a progressive type thing. But son, enjoy your life, enjoy shooting, and teach this to your kids too. See you later, son.